Hello there, hockey people. Welcome back, or welcome to the channel. I'm Anthony the goalie. And as we move along in the season team previews, we are now at number 5, the Florida Panthers. After last season, where they made the Stanley Cup Finals and lost to the Vegas Golden Knights, a lot of people expected them to return to the Stanley Cup Finals. Excuse me. And they did, and they won. That's right, the Florida Panthers are the current Stanley Cup champions. Now, let's go back and see how everything came to be for the current Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. They had 52 wins, 24 losses, 6 overtime losses for 110 points. They scored 268 goals and allowed 200. The Panthers play a defensive style of hockey. Very trappish, if you will say. But they can also score. When you have forwards such as Sam Reinhart, who had a career year. He played in 82 games, 57 goals, 37 assists for 94 points. And with that, he also got a big, I believe, 8-year extension with Florida. So he's going to be here for a very long time. And then you have Matt Tkachuk, who's been very successful since going to Florida. 2 seasons in Florida, 2 Stanley Cup final appearances, 1 Stanley Cup. And when he came here, he changed everything about this team, the play and all that. He is definitely a heart and soul person for this franchise. He had appeared in 80 games last year, 26 goals, 62 assists, 88 points. He is a dynamic player all around. Speaking of dynamic player, probably the best all-around player in the league. You have 2-time Selke Award winner, and also right now, currently, Andrew Barkov. Excuse me. The captain of this team, I would say, is the heart and soul, but he's real close behind Tkachuk. He appeared in 73 games last year, 23 goals, 57 assists, 80 points. Excuse me. He will become the standard bearer of two-way forwards since the retirement of Bergeron. So get ready to see Barkov win a lot of Selkies. When you got forwards like that, also you got Carter Verhaeghe, Sam Bennett, that can score points. And you got a bottom 6 that include Evan Rodriguez and newly signed Thomas Novak. Nosek. You have a team all around that can play. Now on to the defense. Defense is where they took a hit. They lost Brandon Montour to free agency to Seattle, but he has been overtaken by Gustav Forsling, who was a later pickup, and he fits right in Florida. He plays the style they need to play. He became their top defenseman, along with Aaron Ekblad, who I believe was a first-round pick, like in the mid-2000s. Mid-2010s. He's another heart and soul type of guy for this franchise. So we got a top 4 that has players like that in there. You're good all around. But the real strength seems to be their goaltending. Sergei Bobrovsky continued his excellent play from last year's playoffs until last season. Appeared in 58 games, 36 wins, 17 losses, 4 overtime losses, a 2.37 goal against average, a .915 save percentage, and he has 6 shutouts, which was tied for first overall in the league. For a period of time, people are questioning why Florida signed him to the contract it did. He's making $10 million a year. But the past 2 seasons has shown us why he gets paid the type of money. He has been lights out since last year's Stanley Cup playoffs. His backup last season, Anthony Stolarz, also had a career year. Appeared in 27 games, 16 wins, 7 losses, 2 overtime losses, a 2.03 goal against average, a .925 save percentage, and 2 shutouts. He had a career year, and he got a multi-year deal from Toronto, so he's taking his services to Toronto. We'll talk more about the goalie situation a little bit later, but with the departure of Stolos, leads us to the departures of the offseason. We mentioned Brandon Montour also. Deadline pickups, Vladimir Tarasenko and Kyle Poso came in, helped the team win a cup, and they both have moved on. Tarasenko has moved on to Detroit, but last year he played parts of seasons in Ottawa and also Florida. In Ottawa, he appeared in 57 games, had 41 points. In Florida, he appeared in 19 games for 14 points. Veteran player, can still play offensively. Not as dynamic as he once was, but this is his second Stanley Cup, and now he's moving on to hopefully help Detroit. Hopefully Detroit fans say this, win the Stanley Cup. Kyle Poso retired after winning the Cup. A fitting way for him to go out with. He had a good career. He slowed down in Buffalo, but he was still a solid player. Also, going to Toronto is defenseman Oliver Ekman-Larsson. When Florida signed him last offseason, he was just coming off being bought out by Vancouver. 1 year in Florida, 1 Stanley Cup, and now he has a multi-year deal in Toronto, so he's taking service there. Well, with everybody leaving, they got to bring people in. We'll start with goaltending. Chris Drieger, who his last good years were in Florida, was brought back from Seattle. I'm giving you his AHL stats. He appeared in 39 games in AHL for 24 wins, 7 losses, 7 overtime losses, a 2.26 goals against average, a .917 save percentage of 4 shutouts. He had a very good career year in Florida, and then when the expansion draft for for Seattle came around, he was drafted by Seattle and signed. So now he's coming back to in his mind, hopefully resurrect his career. But also you have youngster Spencer Knight, who also spent last year in the AHL. He appeared in 45 games, 25 wins, 14 losses, 5 overtime losses, a 2.41 goals against average, a .905 save percentage, with 5 shutouts. Those two will battle out for the backup spot in Florida. Like I said, they re-signed Sam Reinhart. They also signed defenseman Dmitry Kulikov, who appeared in 76 games last year, 1 goal, 19 assists, 20 points. He was another key part of Florida, especially beginning of the year when him and Ekman-Larsson filled in for when Forsling and Montour, I believe it was Forsling, but Montour was out. So, and they also had the Boqvist brothers, Jasper and Adam. Jasper played in Boston last year. He appeared in 48 games, 47 games, 6 goals, 8 assists, 14 points. Excuse me. And Adam played in Columbus. He appeared in 35 games, 1 goal, 9 assists, 10 points. Jasper Boqvist, both the Boqvist brothers, are very high skilled players and were drafted very high by their draft teams. Adam by Chicago, Jasper by New Jersey. I think they can work out pretty well in Florida. So, cap space, there really isn't any. They have $766,000. They have a spot still to be filled, and they don't have a pick in the first round, second round, third round. But they do have 2 fourth round picks in this draft. And they have all 3 retention spots for trades. I know in my top 5 worst teams that got worse in the offseason, I have Florida number 1. If you look at it on paper, they lost a lot of talent. But a lot of talent were rather deadline pickups, Tarasenko and Oposo. They were signed last offseason, Ekman-Larsson and Stolarz. The only person they really lost that played multiple seasons with them was Brandon Montour. It will sting at first, but with the way Florida plays, I said they play a trappish style. The pickup of the Boqvist brothers, I think, will work out for them this season, along with Spencer Knight or Drieger being the backups. So, alright, that's and I will also link the video for top 5 teams that got worse in the off season in the outro at the end of the video. So that is my take on the Florida Panthers. Tell me, do you guys think they'll make it to the Stanley Cup Finals and win it again? In the comments down below. Also, a little useless trivia. In the past 5 Stanley Cup Finals, a Florida team has appeared in 5 straight. Tampa for 3, Florida for 2. Would it be 6 straight years this season? And also, if you guys like the content we are producing on this channel, please subscribe and like our videos. And also follow us on TikTok, please, at Anthony.the.goalie. And as always, thank you for watching and all the support. And I will see you later.